Hello, gorgeous soul friends. Welcome to my channel, Hannah DeVaux. Thank you so much for tuning in and for allowing me into your wondrous experience today. So this is your pick a card reading, what is in store for you for the rest of the year in love. So you can pick between groups 1, 2, and 3 here. You can pick the quartz cluster, the obsidian pyramid, or the quartz point. This is a timeless reading, so it will apply to any year that you're in, just the remainder of the year, what is in store in your love life. You can pick your group and then click the timestamp below to take you directly to your reading. All right, group 1, this is your set of cards. Let's see what you have here. Freedom. The Magician. The World. Your message from Spirit says, in every moment the universe is conspiring to bring you towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. And then your 2 foundational cards for this reading are Healing and Knowledge. So group 1, I'm seeing where your energy for the rest of the year in love is, it's looking like, like this card kind of says, the universe is seeming to conspire to maybe bring you and somebody else together. You have this Magician card here, which is indicating that some of you have been actively working towards manifesting something for yourself, maybe manifesting healing, manifesting freedom. Some of you kept yourself in a box for quite some time and you're really starting to see yourself break out of this box. And because of the fact that you're kind of bursting out of this trap, because I do see where some of you have maybe been trapped in a situation for quite some time. For some of you, for like the past year, you've been trapped in some kind of cycle. And I think what's happening right now is some of you guys are really taking power and you're finding that sense of independence with yourself. And because of that, you are actively manifesting somebody who is going to be level-headed. They're going to be on that same vibration as you. I'm seeing some of you manifesting a person who is very healing. This person may be a healer themselves, or they may be involved in the occult, in spiritual arts with the Magician. They may hold a deep esoteric knowledge, or they may just be very intelligent. I'm hearing that there's a particular skill that they've mastered. This is somebody who possibly has like a degree in something. They're very, very intelligent. They have the credentials. This is somebody who looks really, really good on paper. They're just very, very intelligent and they know what to do with that intelligence. I'm seeing that your ancestors, some of you work very closely with your ancestors if you actively work in the occult arts and the healing arts. I'm seeing where your ancestors are actively guiding you towards somebody here, towards a new love possibly, something that's freeing. Because some of you have possibly been in maybe a constrictive relationship, or, you've possibly been involved in constrictive relationships before, even if this wasn't recent. Like I'm seeing where you felt very held back, you may have felt tied down. This new connection or this situation that you'll be manifesting in the remainder of the year, it's going to be something more freeing. Yeah, I'm hearing possessive, like somebody may have been involved in a very possessive relationship. And some of you are recognizing that that is not coming from a place of love. That's coming from a place of needing healing. So maybe some of you were the possessive one in the relationship, and maybe you're starting to recognize that that's just not how genuine, unconditional love works. Love is not possessive. It's free. It's expansive. And some of you guys are really recognizing that as the year commences. And you're healing. You know, I think some of you are really into self-study right now. I'm seeing a lot of the self. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of the self. I'm seeing people who aren't really interested in getting in relationships, people who may be really, really focused on themselves right now. Focusing on expanding their inner power. It's kind of like, yes, you know, you have these people who come around here and there, but to be completely honest, I think for the rest of the year, Group 1, you're really going to be focusing primarily on yourself. I think that's the biggest thing that's coming for you in love. It's a lot of self-love, a lot of self-loving energy. Of course, I do pick up that there are going to be people here and there that pop up, but there's still a lot of healing that is going on right now. And I think some of you feel like there's more for you to learn before you possibly jump into a new relationship or before you get into a relationship with anybody. Because some of you just got out of one. That's what I'm picking up. Some of you just got out of a relationship. And I think some of you are enjoying the freedom. That's why this card is here. But I do see where some of you have possibly stumbled upon maybe the knowledge of manifestation. And now maybe you're working towards manifesting a good partner for yourself. And you're like, I'm not going to take anything less. I'm too good for that. So I can see where, you know, there's almost like this desire to grow and to heal before you allow yourself to get into a new connection. So I do see the rest of the month being filled with lots of healing. I see where there's people who come in and kind of assist you with your healing. Like I'm seeing lots of sparks. Lots of sparks. There may even be a particular flame here that I think is reoccurring for some of you. But I think for some of you, this individual makes you feel trapped. Like there's somebody who may kind of like repeat. They kind of come back into your life a lot. And I think that they know exactly what to say and what to do to kind of turn you on or to kind of like fuel your fire. And I'm seeing you really gaining power over that. So maybe their words are not necessarily affecting you as much anymore as they used to. I'm seeing a very masculine presence here, a very, very masculine presence. Because you have the Magician here. This is a masculine energy. So some of you are possibly empowering your own divine masculine energy. You know, maybe that's the healing and the knowledge that's going on. Is this sense of empowerment, this sense of will, you know, of motivation, of going back to what I was saying earlier, just pure self-empowerment. You know, it's like you're not letting anybody tell you anything anymore. Because some of you, like I said, are in the process of healing from something from your past. And I don't think that a committed relationship is something that is going to benefit you right now. And I think you know that because you have the Magician here. This is somebody who has that knowing within themselves. They're very trusting within themselves. And I think some of you are recognizing, like, you know what? I need to heal. I think some of you are just putting your faith into the universe. It's kind of like somebody kept you around, Group 1, because they felt like they needed you for something. It's like they only messaged you when they needed you for something. You know, it was kind of like they kept you around in their back pocket with all of these false promises, all of these little things that were gonna, you know, that they knew would keep you around, and they would only kind of reach out or put forth any effort when they needed something from you. Like, I really do believe that somebody used you here. Because what I'm getting from this knowledge card, and some of you are starting to gain that awareness that this person was using you. The knowledge card is giving me the idea of the genie, because you have this lamp here. And when you think about the genie in the lamp, you rub the lamp when you want to get your wishes. So I'm visualizing you as the genie in the lamp and this person as the one seeking the wishes. So they only ever call upon you whenever they need something from you. Maybe you're the type of person who can make things happen for them. Maybe you have that kind of influence. I'm seeing somebody who's highly influential here, and, you have the resources to make things happen for this individual. So I see where somebody has kind of used you for that. They've used you for these resources. So now it's really important for you to kind of find healing from that. And to trust that not everybody is like this. You are being guided towards a real and genuine, unconditional love that is equal give and take. But you have to have faith in that idea. Because I could see where you have recently freed yourself from something that was really, really constricting you. It really was. And it just felt, it's almost like you got maybe wrapped up in this person's energy. I think some of you may still be wrapped up in this person's energy. And honestly, for the rest of the year, you may find yourself still kind of wrapped up in this person's energy. They're not going away. Group 1 is what I'm picking up. So if that's, if you're wanting this person to go away, I do feel like they are going to keep coming back up. They are going to keep popping back up. But I see you as being very independent for the rest of the year. It's a really positive energy. It's a willful independence. It's not like, you're not going to find anybody, because that's not what I'm picking up at all. In fact, I feel as though, there's a lot of people here who are interested in you, but you're intentionally protecting yourself. You're intentionally kind of reserving yourself for maybe the right person. Group 1 has all these secrets, all of these wonderful qualities about them that they're not just going to share with anybody. So you're not going to share those goodies with just anybody, honey. They have to have the knowledge and the healing and the love in order for them to see those parts of you. So you're being very perceptive for the rest of the year. Being very, very perceptive. You're very careful with who you let into your heart. Your love almost like runs free for the rest of the year. It's really, really beautiful. It's like, some of you may declare yourselves as like non-committal or something like that. Like you may decide, okay, for the rest of the year, I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm not going to commit to nobody but me, right? That's what I'm picking up that some of you are doing, especially those of you that are like in school, or you're in like, you're in college, or you're maybe taking some kind of course, doing some kind of lessons, maybe inner work as well. Some of you really, really want to turn your focus inward for the rest of the year. And I do pick up where people come around. You're being guided towards these really great people for the rest of the year, but your love is free. It's like, it's not confined to just one person for the rest of the year. I mean, obviously, that one person, yes, when it's you, it's confined to you, but you are going to have lots of loves that kind of float in and out here and there, because you're just primarily trying to do you right now. Because you're healing from something that, honestly, Group 1, I don't even think you recognize the scale of damage that you endured from this situation with this individual who used you and trapped you. For some of you, this person was a liar. They may have lied to you, may have kept the truth hidden from you. There's just a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I'm picking up from this energy, Group 1, and I think that it was rather damaging. This was very, very damaging, and I honest to God don't think you recognize the severity of damage that this has possibly done to your psyche, to your consciousness, and to your emotional body. So it's going to be very crucial for you to really focus on that. Really work on ending this cycle. Because some of you may notice that the people that you attract may kind of remind you of this individual or this situation. You know, it's like that saying, if you don't heal your inner wounds, you're going to continue manifesting those wounds. It's going to be the same traumas, just a different face. It's going to be the same lessons with just a different person. So you need to make sure that you learn these lessons before you even decide to commit to somebody and have a solid, stable relationship with them. And I think you're okay with that. Like, I honestly really just feel like a lot of you watching this, and this won't resonate with all of you. You know, my readings are not for everyone, but I do think a good majority of you are, you know, watching this and you're like, okay, yes, like I do believe I am ready to be on my own for a while, to really focus on me. You know, and maybe if you're in a relationship as you're watching this, maybe some of you have considered ending this relationship and starting anew on your own. You know, maybe you've been craving that freedom. Maybe you feel like there's something your partner's keeping from you, or maybe you feel like there's things that, you know, you have a tendency to get used in this relationship, or you have a tendency to give more than you receive. You know, the universe is always conspiring to bring you towards your greatness. But you have to take the initiative to follow it, because it can only leave breadcrumbs. But you get to make the choice whether you follow the breadcrumb trail or not. But that is what I'm seeing here, Group 1. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box. It'll take you to my website and you can book there. Leave a comment down below and let me know what group you were and how it resonated with you, because I would love to know. But other than that, I will see you later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye. All right, Group 2, this is your set of cards. Let's see what you have here. Surrender. Joy. Victory. The Three of Wands. The Queen of Swords. And then your message from Spirit says, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So Group 2, I see you manifesting victory in the remainder of the year in your love life. Some of you are really going to be manifesting something that you have just been waiting for. It's going to make you guys so happy with this Joy card and the Three of Wands. It's like some of you are already anticipating this energy. I feel as though some of you feel like someone has gone cold towards you, or maybe there's a situation where somebody hasn't reached out. You could be dealing with a literal air sign. But I do see where somebody is going to be reaching out and communicating with you by the end of the year. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody just gives in. They just give into the pool, because there's a pool of energy here, like a gravitational energy that's drawing you and this individual together. So I feel as though this person's going to be reaching out and initiating communication. And it's going to be very, very loving with the Victory card. It's something that you're going to be celebrating, something that you're going to be excited about. I think there's some of you who've even been praying for this. Yeah, there's some of you who have been praying or meditating for this. And it's like, some of you have waited 3 to 5 years for this person. That's what I pick up. Some of you have waited quite some time for this individual to come through, and they are coming through in the remainder of the year. And I feel like the advice here is to just surrender to them. Surrender to the joy, surrender to the happiness, surrender to the compassion, to the love that you feel. because I think some of you have a tendency to come off quite guarded, maybe specifically around this person or in general. You know, maybe some of you come off quite guarded to anybody who offers their cup to you. And I'm seeing where this individual is, you know, just very joyous, very elated to be in your life and to be in your presence. It's a very exciting energy. It really, really is. I feel like this is something that you are going to just be so excited about. I'm getting like the energy of a child. So it's very excitable. It's young. It's fresh. It feels giddy. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm picking up. And it feels as though some of you have been waiting all your life for this person. But when they initially present themselves, I do see you coming off quite guarded. And Spirit is asking you to surrender when this person comes through. I'm seeing somebody who has very hypnotic eyes. Like they may change color, like this person's eyes may change color, or maybe your eyes change color, and this is something that they notice about you. I'm also seeing the energy of purple. So this is like luxurious energy. This is somebody who, you know, they have very nice things. They themselves are very luxurious. You know, you have the energy of the Queen here. So this is somebody who's possibly a leader. Honey, they're going to make it known that they want you. You know, this is somebody who, when they say they want something, they don't waste no time. So this individual isn't going to waste any more time, because for some of you, they've been waiting long enough, and you've been waiting long enough. So it's like this person comes in, and it doesn't have to be a past person. This can be somebody new. You know, there could be somebody here that comes in after some of you have been waiting maybe to get into a relationship, because some of you, like I said, you've been single for maybe like 3 to 5 years. You know, you've been single for a while, and it's because you're very perceptive and you're very picky and choosy, and that's a good way to be, in my personal opinion. I think it's good to be picky in love. I think it's good to hold yourself in high standing and wanting the best for yourself and not accepting anything less. But this is good. You know, this energy is exactly what you're looking for. I mean, just the victory and joy card. I mean, these are the foundational cards of this reading, is victory and joy. So that's the foundation of energy for the rest of this year in your love life, victory and joy. I mean, those are two great foundational cards, along with the Queen of Swords and the Three of Wands. You know, this is embarking on a new journey with somebody that some of you have waited your entire life for. Some of you may have known this person when you were a kid, or you may have known this person when you were very young, maybe like in high school or something like that, and then maybe somebody moved away, maybe somebody went overseas, is what I'm picking up. Somebody may have gone overseas, and then years and years later, they might come back around and you just bump into them. You know, the ripple effect in this card, as it states, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect. It's almost like giving me the vibe of synchronicity, like the wondrous web of synchronicity, and how the universe has such a way of coincidentally, so-called coincidentally, bringing us together and bringing us with the people that we love. I feel like this situation, group 2, is going to be very synchronistic. It's going to be one of those things that you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I was in the right place at the right time. This is one of those right place at the right time kind of moments. So just surrender. Allow yourself to be taken to that place. And there's no making any mistakes. Universe is going to guide you. It's going to bring you towards this individual. Because I think some of you are worried, you're afraid, especially after maybe watching these readings. You're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to a certain bar every day if I want to potentially run into this person. Or you might be like trying to kind of control the environment or the situation. You know what I mean? And I think the advice here is to just surrender. These things are very subconscious, and they're not at all conscious. You know, it's one of those things where you just happen to decide to go to the grocery store because you need some coconut milk. So you run to the grocery store, get your coconut milk, you happen to be in line, and you bump into somebody that you knew when you were 16. And you just start chatting it up in line, you know what I mean? And it's just one of those things where it's like off of a whim. You wouldn't even think about it. You wouldn't even expect it. It just kind of happens. And it's really positive. And it's like once it does happen, that initial spark, it's just like the floodgates come through. And Spirit just kind of allows you to, really experience the joy, the flood of joy that this individual is going to bring into your life. This is very, very positive energy, group 2. For some of you, I feel as though this person may already know who you are. Especially if they're a little bit older than you, I see where this person may already know who you are. They may have you on Facebook or, Instagram or something like that, some kind of social media platform, and they may already kind of be looking at your stuff. So maybe this isn't so coincidental. Maybe for you it is, but maybe not for them. This is calculated for some, especially with Queen of Swords. Somebody may kind of calculate, especially with the victory card above it. I pick up some sly SHIT going on here, okay? I pick up some sly SHIT. So what I'm getting, this is a very interesting energy, group 2. Somebody may already know who you are and really, really has their eyes out for you. They just have it out for you, especially, and this isn't a good way. I don't mean they have it out for you in the sense that they want to bring you down or anything like that. Like, this is somebody who wants to make you theirs. This might be like a water sign or an air sign. And they see you frolicking, living your life, starting all these new opportunities. Ooh, they love it too. They love this for you. And they're carefully calculating. Like, they might watch your Instagram stories or watch your Snapchat stories or something and kind of figure out where you're going and where you typically go, and they might show up. Do you know what I mean? And they may kind of try to act like it's all coincidental and all that jazz, but they knew exactly what they were doing. They know exactly what they're doing, okay? So this is for those of you who, this person already knows who you are. If you run into somebody that you already know, but you may not have been involved with romantically, there's a strong possibility that this person planned it out and that they calculated this, okay? And that this wasn't entirely coincidental. I mean, maybe it was for you. Of course, Spirit guided you there. There's that surrender energy. Or maybe this is you. Maybe there's somebody that you know that you're really trying to, get with and trying to make yours. And I see you having victory. If you try to calculate being with them or trying to talk to them or something like that, I'm just seeing get over the fear. Get over the fear of approaching them. Once that happens, you have victory here. So you have the energy supporting you in this endeavor. So if you're wanting to reach out and communicate with somebody, group 2, or if you're wanting to ask that person on a date, go for it, babe. Go for it. The energies are supporting you. You're going to be so happy with the outcome. So I do see where there's something here that's possibly being calculated. Somebody is planning and calculating on having some kind of new beginning with you or some kind of romantic journey with you. I'm also seeing this person brings you peace. You're really going to be attracting in your love life a sense of peace, a sense of contentment, like being okay with something. You know what I mean? Being okay with the person that you're with, or being okay with being single, or, being okay with the kinds of people that you're attracting. You know what I mean? Like being content and just joyful with something. Having this sense of peace with your love life. For some of you, I think you've had a rather happy love life for the most part, because you have the joy card here. Like, you may have had a couple of relationships before, maybe about 3 for some of you. And these relationships overall, I think you have quite fond memories of. You know what I mean? And you're going to continue to manifest really positive people in your life. Like, there's just this wonderful sense of peace that's coming through. And I'm seeing it coming after a release of something. Maybe it's that fear. Maybe it's the fear of talking to that one girl. Or maybe it's the fear of reaching out to your loved one. You know what I mean? The person that you've been waiting for. But it's like there's this pressure that kind of builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and then it gets released. So there's something about this connection that builds and builds and builds and builds until it gets released. So maybe there's a lot of sexual tension with this person. You know, that's kind of what I'm picking up. Almost like the energy of a climax when you think of the act of sex, and the act of, you know, making love to somebody. It's a progressive act. You know, you have this kind of wave that peaks and then it kind of goes back down. So I'm just getting an energy of like sexual tension. It's like playing hard to get. Like somebody here might be playing hard to get, or somebody might be a little bit of a tease. I'm getting a very playful energy. So this is somebody who they like to tease, they like to play hard to get, you know what I mean? This is very fun energy with the joy card. It's very fun. It's kind of interesting, the dynamic that I'm picking up with these two individuals, because one of these people is rather playful and kind of funny and really joyous, and then the other one is very serious and kind of like maybe even a little bit of a stickler for certain things. Not necessarily grouchy. That's not what I'm picking up, because they're not like mean or anything like that. They're just not as like kind of flamboyant or outgoing or just big. This is a big personality. You may be dealing with a Leo. Very big personality, you know, and I see where somebody has it here. This might be you, or this might be the person that you're dealing with. And then the other is a little more reserved. They might be a little more collected, you know, they're not so expressive is kind of what I'm picking up. But they like that about you. I think they're attracted to that sense of spontaneity that you offer, or that sense of, maybe it is that sense of tension. Like they kind of like the tension that you bring them. But I pick up in particular, you know, there's somebody here who's very fun and very playful, and this person likes that, because I think that they kind of want to be more like that. Does that make sense? Like this is something that they feel they lack within themselves and they kind of want to get more in touch with. And they see it within this other individual, so they're kind of like observing. I'm seeing you dealing with somebody who's rather observant. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, maybe with air sign placements. But I feel as though this is somebody who's really going to observe you. They're really going to watch how you act, and the way that you know, your mannerisms and the way that you do things. And it's just because you kind of inspire them. You know, you're really going to be finding somebody the remainder of this year that you inspire. You know, you inspire them. They want to be more like you. You're coming up very much as a leadership energy this month, group 2. But that is what I'm seeing here. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box. It'll take you to my website and you can book there. Please let me know in the comment box below how it resonated with you and what group you were, because I would love to know. But other than that, I will see you later. Take care, guys, and have a beautiful rest of your month. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, this is your set of cards. Let's see what you have here. Success. What a wonderful card to start with. The Hangman. The Star. Dream sweet, sleep deep. Inspiration. And then your message from Spirit says, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are all merely cries for help. Okay, group 3, so what I'm seeing in your love life for the rest of the year is, of course, success. This was such a great card to pop up first. So I do feel whatever it is that you're seeking, group 3, it's already on the way of finding you. That is what I'm seeing here. There's something that I think you have possibly connected yourself to, like some sort of energy. Some of you may be involved in like spiritual rituals, or you know, something esoteric, because I see these Egyptian bodies here, this is giving me the vibe of like deep esoteric practice, ritualism. Some of you may have done some sort of wish on a star, or, did some kind of full moon ritual or new moon ritual or something of that nature, and you've really bound yourself to another energy here. That's what I'm picking up. Like some of you, if you're already in a relationship, you may be getting married by the end of the year, especially if this is something that you wish for, or you may be sleeping in the same bed as this person by the end of the year. That's kind of what I'm getting. And it's the vibe of somebody who works really late. They may work very late at night, and then they come to bed real late. That's what I'm seeing. But if you're already in a relationship, I do feel like you're going to either be moving in with this person, or maybe you're going to be taking things to the next level, staying over at the other's house or something like that. But I see you sleeping in the same bed. But for a lot of you, I do feel like it's like a commitment or, some kind of marriage, because you have the Hanged One. So this is like kind of, really securing yourself, tying yourself in something. And I feel for some of you, it's a home. You might be buying a home with somebody, or renting a home with somebody, renting an apartment, whatever. But this is a positive thing because you have the Star card here, so this is a wish fulfilled. So I feel like this person, group 3, is somebody who really inspires you. I'm picking up power couple energy. I'm seeing you manifesting your other half, or not necessarily your other half, because we're all whole on our own, but somebody who really has the qualities that you look for in a partner, the empowering qualities, the qualities that make you feel empowered. This is somebody who I think is going to build you up. This is not somebody who's going to tear you down. I'm seeing a very protective energy. This is somebody who protects their own. Somebody who keeps a very close eye on you. This person may already be keeping an eye on you. Especially if you're dealing with somebody from your past, this person may be very stuck on you. They may not be able to let you go. They may dream about you very frequently. There's somebody here, group 3, who actually dreams about you rather frequently. Could be a Piscean energy. That's kind of what I'm picking up, a very Piscean energy, the dream realm, all of that stuff. So it doesn't literally have to be a Pisces. It can be a Piscean energy of the dream, astral realms. Somebody feels like they see you a lot in their dreams. Yeah, this card says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And I feel like that's what's happening here. It's like your goal here for the rest of the year is to be with this person. Like that is, for some of you, it's like if you could have one wish, it would be to marry this person, or it would be to be with this person, or to have that power couple relationship. Even if you don't already know this person, this may be somebody who you don't know yet. But I do see where there is somebody here who you're really going to be having success with for the rest of the year. And it's because you're in the process of healing. I think you and this person have both really done a lot of inner work, a lot of healing. Lots of spiritual energy here with the Star and the Hanged One. It's just like so much healing. Those things that tied you down and held you back, those limitations are going away. And honestly, I think the limitations may have actually held you back from one another. But now you're really going to be seeing the potential that you and this individual have together, because it's big. For some of you, you're going to be doing big things with this person. You may be manifesting somebody who may not only be your romantic partner, but your business partner. I'm seeing that with the Success card as well. Like this might be somebody who you can have financial success with. This is somebody who you can make career goals with, because this green energy is giving me the energy of abundance, of money. Being inspired to start a business, or being inspired to do some kind of creative pursuit with this individual and having success with it. Like following your dreams with somebody. That is what I'm picking up. It's like somebody who shares the same goal as you, somebody who shares the same dream as you. You have a lot of the same visions. That's what I'm picking up. There's a lot of visions here. You may also already be having visions of this person if you haven't met them already, or maybe you already have, but you're not in communication. Or maybe they're having visions of you, going back to that Piscean, dreamy kind of energy that I was picking up earlier. That's what that is. It's like somebody is visualizing their perfect person and it's this individual. Or somebody's visualizing their perfect person and it's you. And for some of you, it's actually quite interesting because there may be individuals in your life who don't approve of this connection, or they may try to hold you back from this connection. Like, that's what I'm seeing with the attack, pain, fear, and judgment, or any form of separation. So there may be people here, group 3, who try to separate you from this person. I'm seeing a mysterious presence in the shadows, somebody who kind of like spies on this relationship, or, they may spy on you. I'm getting the energy of somebody who wishes to sabotage the relationship that you have with somebody. Or they may have already made attempts to sabotage the relationship that you have with somebody. But this is coming from a place of their own lack. Because I think some of you have a tendency to question, like, maybe I shouldn't be with this person because so-and-so is telling me that it's not right. But in my heart, it just feels so good, right? It just feels so right to be with this person. So why is everybody telling me that it's wrong? And it's because it's coming from a place of separation, that cry for help. It's coming from a place of fear, of lack within themselves. They may also sense on some level just the absolute prosperity of this connection because it's deep. It's deep, guys. You are manifesting something very deep this year. In the remainder of the year, you are going to be manifesting something massive for yourself. I think out of all the groups, this is the biggest energy that I'm picking up as far as like manifestation and what you're going to be seeing in your love life. This is a big energy. With the Star card, guys, and the Success card, this is just, it's massive. I'm seeing somebody spilling something, like spilling the truth. Yeah, like somebody spills the truth. Somebody also has a stalker. I know that's kind of like, it's not really love, but it applies. Because maybe this person stalks your person, or they might stalk your relationship. Like you might have a stalker that affects your relationship with another individual, or this person might have a stalker that affects the relationship with you. Or maybe you have a stalker who is really hung up on you. Even if you're not currently in a relationship, some of you may have somebody who's watching you. It's kind of a spooky energy, to be quite honest. And it's not really with malice. It's not like a malicious energy. It's more of just like somebody is obsessed. Somebody might be obsessed with you. And maybe while you're asleep, maybe during the night hours, they might be going through your Instagram, or they might be going through your Facebook or whatever, looking at pictures of you, whatnot, old messages. But I see where somebody is stalking you, possibly. There's somebody who's really got their eye on you, group 3. Because they see you as successful. This person sees you as inspiring. It's like for some of you, you're everything this person wants to be. I really do think that there's somebody here who they see how much you have to offer. And they want to be able to match that energy. And I'm also picking up, for those of you who have already been dealing with somebody, maybe you're not single, maybe you're in a connection with somebody, maybe there's been a lot of pain, fear, judgment, and separation. Maybe you're currently separated from this person. I'm seeing where there has been a lack of healing, but for the remainder of the year, there is healing. Healing is here. I think it's also important to let go of your unconscious worries and fears about this relationship or about your love life as a whole. Because this is wondrous energy. I mean, you're getting everything that you want. You're getting exactly what it is that you want. Your wishes are getting fulfilled during the remainder of this year. And if you have people that attack you, judge you, whatever, it's coming from a place of their own inner lack. So don't question yourself. Don't question your divine guidance, because your intuition knows that this is right. You know, your intuition knows that something is correct here, or that something you're doing is the right path. And you're going to meet somebody very prominent in your life while being on this path. So if you're on a path, maybe you're starting a business and you have people in your life that are telling you like, oh no, you're going to fail, you're not going to succeed, you know, whatever. It's very rare to see success, or you have to, you know, be very careful and, you know, don't waste all your money, don't blow all your money on this. Whatever, like they're just telling you all of these different things out of fear, when in reality, you're on the path to possibly even meeting somebody through this form of work or through this career path, through this business, who can really build you up, not just emotionally, but romantically as well. Like I'm seeing somebody who is manifesting a life partner, but somebody who can also be a business partner. Like this is a very strategic connection, guys. You are manifesting a strategic connection if you don't already have one. If you already have one, you're really going to be solidifying that strategic connection. But that is what I'm seeing here. Please feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know what group you were and how it resonated with you, because I would love to know. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box. It'll take you to my website and you can book there. But other than that, I will see you later. Take care, Group 3, and have a beautiful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.